Hello and welcome to the Warrior Network. My name is Ryan Cagle, your color commentator for tonight. And got next to me Aaron Frazier, our play-by-play, and Andrew Cross, our sideline reporter and analyst. So tonight will be CAK Warriors versus the Greenback Cherokees. CAK coming off a big loss to Christ School of Asheville, and Greenback Cherokee coming off a close win over Loudon in overtime. Aaron, what you got for us?
Well, on the offensive side of the ball, we did come off only scoring 11 points in our first game. We lost 28-11. But we did end with a touchdown and did get a two-point conversion. And we saw the key players kind of taking influence in that drive with Stuart Howell and Luke Simpson really leading the way. We started in the open field until we got to the red zone. We did really good moving the ball and the quick, short passes. But it's just right when we got into that red zone, it gets a lot tighter. We struggled, and we turned it over a lot. We had 2 interceptions, one that was called back, and 2 fumbles that were both in the red zone. So we just got to clean it up a little bit, and I think some of that is first-game jitters. But what was your take on it, Andrew?
Well, obviously the run defense was the main problem for the CAK Warriors defense. The Christ School of Asheville ran downhill with their offensive line, and CAK just couldn't handle it. They were overmatched and just looked undersized out there. So that's something that they need to work on against this Greenback team.
So, talking about defense, we lost Tyler Williamson, great player, broke his leg. So, Aaron, who do you think is going to replace him, and do you think what do they need to do to fill Tyler's spot?
Well, we did see a little bit of Trent Eaton, Luke Slaughter, who had been returning some punts and kickoff returns, and we saw Doug Porter who is a long snapper, but he's very athletic, as we've seen, and he played pretty well filling in for Tyler. But, it's hard to replace a guy like Tyler because he was such a diverse player, and we weren't a deep team to begin with. And, it's just going to put some more pressure on the older guys and the more significant guys, especially the defensive end linebacker hybrids like we have in Grant Richardson, who's going to have a breakout game against a team that is smaller in Greenback, but they are very fast. They are very dependent on the run. So it's going to be interesting to see if we can contain them, and I'm interested to see what Coach Mo pulls out of his defensive playbook to kind of contain them and keep them from getting out to the outside.
Yeah, like you said, injuries. Also, guys like Bailey Fox and Joseph Gwynn also went down. So you can see increased playing time in Caleb Curcio, like you said, for corners, freshman Caleb Curcio, and Garrett Staley on the offensive line.
Also, Grant Richardson's got to step up to play. If he doesn't step up, this defense is not going to do very well. Grant is that leader on that defense, and if he just slacks off in this game thinking they're going to win, it's not going to be an easy win, or just not going to be a win in general. Also, I think that on the defensive line, they've got to move fast. It seemed that they were just slow during the Christ School of Asheville game, so if they just pick it up there, I think they should be fine. So going on to offense, who needs to be incorporated into the offense, Aaron, that can help the CAK offense?
Well, I thought Drew Claiborne, even though he didn't have a lot of breakout plays in the Christ School of Asheville game, he was very dependable. He didn't have any drops, and he did get those third and short conversions that we needed to go along with Luke Simpson. And him being a senior, I think, is big. But we have the national anthem.
Yes, so we'll be going to that.
Given
Well, that was the prayer and the national anthem. So now we are back with about 5 minutes till kickoff. We talked about the offense. We were leading off with that. Drew Claiborne having a pretty good performance. A lot of short plays that got some key yardage on third down conversions. And he really, as a senior, making those big plays. And obviously Luke Simpson, he's been our number one receiver, it looks like, especially with Stewart throwing the football. Luke's been a great asset.
Here come your 2017 CAK Warriors. So our captains for the year, I believe, are Alex Dalton, Drew Claiborne, Grant Richardson, and Doug Porter. So, or maybe not Doug.
We'll see out there. I think Coach Mo is going to change it up.
Yeah.
But we also saw, I know we didn't really talk about this a lot, but the sophomore kicker who got us the first points on the game. I know it was a short field goal, but hey, you're a sophomore, and this is his second year ever playing football. And that was Xander Tonkin, number 3 for CAK. He's got a big leg.
Yep.
And I think you got to look out for him in this game because we were just seeing him in kick arounds, and he was making these little 40-yarders out there. And so I know me and Andrew were looking at that. So I hope he has a big game, and for a sophomore, it's pretty exciting to see what he's going to turn out to be the next few years.
So moving on to the Greenback team, they have a pretty good offense. So Andrew, tell us a little bit about their offense and their main players.
Well, Bryce Hanley at quarterback. The guy can throw. They mostly use a quarterback wildcat formation. He can run and he can pass. Seth Riddle is his number 1 wide receiver. Josh Edwards is one of their most electrifying players on their team. He's their running back. And Bobby Woods, right tackle, number 79, 6'5", 315 pounds, ladies and gentlemen. That is a man among boys playing football.
And I don't know if we have a camera at midfield or on that sideline, but you can see him.
Yeah.
And you can't miss him.
Yeah.
He is huge.
He's about 2 feet taller than the rest of the guys. So actually, we're going to have a junior captain. Just weird. So it'll be Grant Richardson, Stuart Howell, Drew Claiborne, and Alex Dalton for the Warriors.
Well, I mean, Stewart, he's taken a significant role as the quarterback, so I don't blame him putting them at the captain position.
And he flourishes in those short pass plays that Coach Mo loves to run.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
So for the Greenback Cherokees, the captains are number 16, Tim Russell, number 79, Bobby Woods, and I believe number, I can't see his number.
We'll find out in a sec. It's all good. But Ryan, I mean, I know me and Andrew, we've been watching some of the film on this Greenback team, coming off a 42-35 win, which is big for Greenback, and an overtime victory against Loudon. I know they're carrying a lot of momentum, and they're really excited for this game. And even Max Preps had us as an underdog in this game.
Had us losing to Greenback Cherokees.
And CAK will receive the opening kickoff.
Yes, thank you, Andrew. But, Andrew, what do you think? I mean, do you think it's a good idea to receive it? Because I know that we did that last week. Do you think it's a good idea to get Stewart going?
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think Stuart Howley needs to get in his rhythm early. If he doesn't score points early and get that confidence up as a junior, he's not going to do well the rest of the game. So give that defense a break and see what see basically what this Greenback defense is going to look like, and hopefully Stewart can put together a good drive for CAK.
So looks like Pate Eldridge and Luke Slaughter will be the returners like last week. But the third captain for the Greenback Cherokees would be number 56, Cameron Chandler, a senior. So, Aaron, the one thing I noticed about our offense last week was that Stewart's passes were good, but they were too low. If they were a little bit higher, they wouldn't get batted, or they wouldn't get tipped, or maybe not even intercepted, but also 3 turnovers in the first quarter. So what did we have to do to get rid of those turnovers?
You got to get smart passes, and Coach Mo did a good job of making them kind of hit those short passes that went for big yardage. But I think the big key for him was he did not go through his progressions. He looked at the first receiver he saw, stared him down, and threw it. And that's easy for a cornerback when you're playing a press coverage like they did to pick off. So I think Stewart, he's going to get better at that as the season progresses. But I'm excited to see how he does as we get to opening kickoff.
So for Greenback number 7, Creed Ramsey, Jr.
Yeah, another aspect of this Warrior team that needs to be better is the return game. Pate Eldredge and Luke Slaughter are really electrifying players when they get the ball. So
He just got to block.
Yeah, that was big.
Yeah.
We need to block. And look for the squib.
Yeah.
Because Greenback has been known for that in the past.
Here we go.
And that was a deeper kick. Luke Slaughter's going to return it. Run down the right sideline.
Oh.
He's going to get trucked.
It's number 16.
Yeah.
Number 16, Tim Russell, one of your captains. So
And he will get decked at the 19-yard line. Well, I mean, we haven't seen a lot out of the return game so far. Just not a lot of great blocking. But that was deep kick compared to what we saw on the film because they were doing little squib kicks. And you could tell the players' returns were backing up. Stuart Howell's going to line up in the shotgun. Going to take the snap, hand off, and a little halfback sweep. It looks to be about a gain of 4 or 5 on the play.
we saw that play last week a lot, and it wasn't always good, but Drew was smart to cut it up right there. Last week he would always just try and go to the outside. So.
Yeah. And it looks like the Warriors are kind of going to a hurry-up offense. Nice little 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6 coming up for the Warriors at about the 24. Stewart throws a little high for the intended receiver, number 8, Will Sturkey. And that's a little bit of nerves right there.
Yeah. Another receiver that wasn't so hot last week, Will Sturkey, thrown to a lot, only caught 1 or 2, so hopefully he's gotten the first season jitters out. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, he and Stewart did not get on the right connection in a lot of the plays, but that's all right. Drew Claiborne goes in motion. Number 9, Alex Dalton lining up to the left of Stuart Howell. Stewart takes snap, looks to his right.
Ooh.
And a little too far in front for their number 5, Drew Claiborne on the play. And that's going to force a 4th down for the Warriors, 4th and 6. And the punting unit's going to come onto the field.
I think some first quarter jitters from Stuart Howell. I mean, he just needs to calm down, I think. Yeah.
Honestly, don't see. I mean, we got a 4-yard run on the first play. I don't see why I wouldn't keep running it.
I mean, put Daniel Plessis in right up the middle. How about we do that?
He will have a game.
Ooh.
That's a nice punt there by number 13, Baker Benfield. And it'll be, great coverage.
Yeah.
Limited to a 3 or 4-yard return. Looks like number 25, Luke Simpson, was there. And Ford Collier, number 23.
Actually, Ford is wearing Tyler Williamson's jersey tonight.
He is.
So defense coming out. Andrew, how do you think defense is going to do against this Greenback offense?
Hopefully Coach Mo has improved the run defense and watched some film, but also the DBs played well. Defensive backs, they did get burned for one long pass play, but other than that one play and Tyler Williamson going down, I think this defense is resilient and will come back.
And I want you to notice Ford Collier is playing at the corner position in for Tyler. Ooh, a little option. Number 3.
Flag on the play.
And that was Bryce Henley on the carry. Number 3. And that's what we saw. We see that little option wildcat that we've been talking about in the beginning of the game. And it is, was that a holding? On the offense. We know it's on the offense.
Let's hope these refs aren't slow like last week's. Let's put it out there. Yeah, I believe it was holding. Yep.
And I mean, for Greenback, the wildcat option is really going to help them, but you always have to watch for those holding calls, especially when we are a quicker team up front. And here they're lined up with 3 receivers at the bottom of the screen. We saw a lot of this at the Loudon game. Bryce Hanley takes a snap, looks to his right, throws it And someone's got to tackle him. There we go. Nice wrap up by number 13, Baker Benfield. And Breeden Gilbert, the 205-pound receiver. He's their big receiver playing in the slot position. Nice little gain on that one. Sets up for about a 2nd and 9 coming up for the Cherokees.
So Baker Benfield obviously, just relearned how to tackle. I don't know what's going on, but that should have been they shouldn't have gotten that many yards. Should have lost 2 or 3 on that game.
Yeah, it was a good thing Baker was there to make the tackle.
He got off that wide receiver block, so.
And it looks like Warriors are going to stack some up front. Nice little draw.
Will not get the first down.
Gain about 4 or 5 on the play. Looks like a 3rd and 5 is coming up at their own 35-yard line. And Nathaniel Reagan with a nice little run on that one.
Yeah,
for the Cherokee.
I think the Greenback coach would say those 3-4 yard runs are wins for their offense.
Definitely. Up front, definitely. But they do have a very, very big front line. And I hope the Warriors don't get too fatigued by that as the game goes on. Playing in the pistol formation, Bryce Hanley takes a snap, looks to his left, back to his right, scrambles out to his right, throws it.
Ooh.
And it's an incomplete pass. And nice coverage there by number 13, Baker Benfield, not losing sight of where the receiver was going when the quarterback left the pocket.
And good pressure by that CAK front 7, which was something they did not get on Christ School of Asheville last week.
Definitely right, Andrew.
I think the Warriors have adjusted to all types of offensive line blocking, because last week it was an unexpected where the guards would go straight for the defense tackle's legs, so.
That was dirty.
Yeah.
Low snap. Gets the punt off. It is high going right.
Shakeopotamus.
At least it took some sort of a 5-yard bounce before it went out of bounds. But Warriors still faced with nice field position. It looks to be about the 37-yard line of our own territory. Not a great punt. Looks like the snap was low and he had a tough time trying to
bounce off the ground.
Yeah.
So Warriors coming back out on offense for the second time. Andrew, what do you think needs to happen in the second drive for them to score?
It's just a matter of Stuart Howell calming himself down and realizing just play catch with your receivers. It's that simple. Just if he's open, throw it to him.
And they have
those good reads.
And they have good field position, so they should be able to take advantage. Alex Dalton with a nice little run.
Yeah.
And see, you got to stick with the run. I think if it's working for you, might as well run between the tackles. So nice little 6-yard gain as the Warriors move the ball to the 46-yard line. 2nd and 4 coming up for the Warriors. Stuart Howell lines up in the shotgun. Making an audible at the line of scrimmage. Alex Dalton to his right. He's going to take the snap. Hands it off again.
Yeah, that was a read play. The quarterback could have kept it and went around the other side, and I think that would have been the better decision for Stuart Howell.
I think that Greenback defense was expecting run because of what just happened on that first play, so maybe should have switched it up with a short pass by Stewart, but
it just took too long to develop in the play.
I think Stewart was thinking about keeping it. That's why it took him so long to get it off.
So now the Warriors face a 3rd and 8 at the 40-yard line. And a split gun. Stewart line up with the shotgun, takes a snap, feels some pressure, and that is most likely going to be a holding call.
Yeah, on Eli Shanique or August Jordan. Definitely on the left side. But it'll be 4th down and punt team coming out for the second time.
And the Warriors are not looking too hot up front right now. And the penalty was declined, but nonetheless it was a holding call against the Warriors, so it is a 4th and 10 coming up. I feel like the Warriors are just trying too many things when they really just need to run it up the middle. Baker Benfield takes a snap. Nice punt.
Ooh.
Nice line driving punt. Takes a Warrior bounce. Let it roll. That's going to be down at the 10-yard line.
9-yard line. So great field position for the CAK defense. Not so good for the Greenback offense.
Punts are much more crisp
Yeah.
in this game than they were in the last game.
Well, last week, Baker really hasn't ever played punter, I don't think, in his high school career. So that first punt, there was also a lot of pressure. So with
There was.
the O-line or the front line blocking very well, it's much easier for these punts.
Takes a snap. Oh, and a
Fumble.
fumble.
Falls on it.
And it was was that Josh Edwards on the carry?
Bryce Hanley just looks uncomfortable. Doesn't look like he's in his rhythm at all.
And I mean, he is in an away game situation where they were at home last week.
That was a gain of 2.
And they're once again lining up in the I formation. Hands it up the middle, takes it to the outside. And he's finally tackled after a first down at about the 25-yard line. So now the Cherokee have got some breathing room.
Yep. First down. You can do whatever play they want. So.
And that was the junior we were talking about, Josh Edwards, on that run. And it looks like they're going to once again line up in the I formation. They're really using that fullback right now. Takes a snap, rolls out to his right, throws it. And
Intercepted by Baker Benfield. Ooh, but there's a flag on the play. That might be calling back pass interference, maybe.
Yep.
Might have been pass interference.
I think it's a
He was
holding.
grabbing his jersey.
Yeah. But great play by Baker Benfield right there. And it will be called back.
It was a holding call, and I think it was the tug of the jersey by Baker Benfield. But it was a great play at it. I mean,
Nice read. He knew where he was going.
Yeah, that would have been our first turnover. That would have been our first takeaway of the season.
Yeah.
Would it have not?
And it wouldn't be, it wouldn't.
So the ball's at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up for the Cherokee after that penalty, that holding call on Baker Benfield. Ooh, a nice little halfback misdirection and great tackle. Number 9, Alex Dalton.
Playing both plays. Another key play for the Warriors. If he and Grant Richardson and Daniel Puisi step up, this defense will stop them. No touchdowns in a few yards, so for the whole game, I think.
And I think what's been the tough part for the Warriors has been these first and second downs, because their teams are getting very third and manageable opportunities. So that's good to see only a 1-yard run on that one, a nice hard hit. So 2nd and 9 coming up for the Cherokee at their own 36-yard line. Lined up in the split gun. Bryce Hanley takes a snap. Halfback draw, and Josh Edwards is going nowhere.
Daniel Puisi, as I said, key player. Steps up, no yards. A loss of yards, more than likely. Great play right there.
And that's a loss of 3, and a 3rd and 12 coming up for the Cherokee. And number 55, Bailey Fox, will come in for number 57,
56.
Christian Copeland came in. And it looks like 56, Joseph Quinn, came in the game.
And Eli Shanique, I believe, came in for Joseph Quinn.
Thank you, Ryan. I was trying to count the numbers.
Yeah. Eli Shanique playing defense this year, it's very different to see. Usually on the O-line.
A high snap. Feel some pressure.
Ooh, wide
no.
open.
And
couldn't make the tackle in open space.
That'll be a first down for the Greenback Cherokees.
And it's been eating alive the Warrior offense, these little halfback dives.
Yeah. Brandon Jarvis could not make that tackle in the open field. And not many people could make that tackle in the open field, but still. First down. Gives them some more breathing room.
And they have the ball spot at their own 46-yard line, moving the ball pretty steadily, especially off that penalty. Takes a snap,
Ooh.
QB draw. And he is slick.
Yeah.
Not very big, but he can sure run.
So now Christian Copeland, number 57, and Joseph Gwynn, number 56, coming in for number 55 and number 70, Bailey Fox and Eli Shanique.
A nice little 5-yard gain to get the ball into Warrior territory, the Warriors' 49-yard line. And surprisingly, the offensive front has not been too formidable for the Warriors. But they're once again lined up in the I formation with that fullback. Pitch it out to the left side, and Josh Edwards.
Another slick player. I think they're just going to keep this formula. They're going to run it a few times, and they're going to short pass it, and then they're going to pitch it, and they're going to run it a few times. And it's going to wear down this Warrior defense. They're going to get tired, and then Greenback's just going to one big pass and then touchdown, you know. So.
I mean, the story of this game has been, or the story so far for the Warriors season has been trying to contain these outside runs. So let's see if they can make a few open field tackles and contain them inside. Takes a snap, pitches it to number 24, Josh Edwards. That's a holding call, and another holding call.
And this will be brought back.
And even Bobby Woods, who's not going past the 35-yard line, knows that it's a holding call.
Yeah.
So. And the quarterback.
But still, that was great play all around for that Cherokee team. Not a good sign for CAK.
Yeah. They look fast. They really do. Once they get to the outside corner, boom. Turn it right up the middle, and they're gone. So nice little break there for the Warriors.
And it'll be, I believe, second down or first?
It will be first down.
In about a lot.
First down and 21. More than that, 23. First down, 23. That's a weird yardage. I think the holding call is behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it's a spot of the foul.
Yeah, spot of the foul, and then minus 10.
Yeah, it'll be about 20 or so.
So they're still in this I formation, which I don't blame them.
Keep doing what you do best.
Only one receiver down here at the bottom of the screen, so they got stacked up a lot up front. Takes a snap.
Oh my, wide open number 1. Wow. Looked like that play looked like a Cincinnati play, almost like a jump pass, but wow. Can't let anyone through.
Yeah, with only one wide receiver, you're all thinking, run.
Yeah.
And he just dropped back and let it fly.
So score now, 6-0. Cherokees with about 3 minutes and 8 seconds left in the first quarter. All around good play by the Cherokees, but
Oh, great play design.
yeah, especially because I don't think anyone expected number 1 as the
I was just looking for the safety on that play.
yeah. Well, I think they thought it was run, so the safety came up.
Yeah, that's sort of an Alabama move. Keep running the ball, and
Then pass it.
then pass it.
The point after is good, and that's going to extend the lead to 7-0. Cherokee. And the Warriors yet to have a first down on offense. So, let's see if they can change that. Get a few first downs, get a few plays down the field, and get some points on the board.
And I don't think it's a Greenback defense that's causing the Warrior offense to slow down. It's themselves. They're shooting themselves in the foot with whatever it is, nervousness.
Yeah.
Or
Hopefully on this kickoff return we get some good yardage and get a good return, hopefully to about 40 or so. But if we don't get that, I think it's just going to be a long first half. So we'll see how it goes.
Honestly, run between the tackles. I mean, it's worked for us. We've gotten 4 or 5 yards a game. Let's keep at it.
Last week, Daniel Plessis came in, went straight through tackles, almost scored. His helmet came off. That was the only reason he stopped. So I think they should just put Daniel Plessis in and Alex Dalton. Let those two just run.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
totally agree.
Be the perfect formula. We saw Alex right at the last drive get about 5-6 yards just going straight up the middle.
Here they're lining up for the kickoff. Number 7, Creed Ramsey. Here's the kick. And they're going to kick it to Pate Eldridge.
Out of bounds.
And that should give the Warriors some pretty good field position.
Let's see if they can do anything with it, because past 2 drives, they've had great field position, but nothing to show for it.
And I bet Coach Mo's giving that offense a little bit of a pep talk right now.
Yeah.
They're down by 7 in their first home game. Haven't got a first down yet. It's still early in this game. They can still turn this momentum around, but they got to do it quick. And Pate Eldridge is now in the game at halfback.
I think they're going to try to do what Greenback did, have a smaller, slicker running back run a little trick play, so hopefully it works out for the Warriors.
And Pate does bring that elusive quickness to this Warrior team. They're going to hand it off to Alex Dalton, and he's going to get a gain of about 2 or 3 on the play. They're using this little weak pistol formation.
Yeah, CAK is not really an I-formation team. Shotgun and pistol mostly.
But with Pate, you got to watch out because that kid cramps a lot, so you can't overwork him.
So I'm drinking all that juice earlier in this game.
He showed me he had a full Gatorade bottle of pickle juice, so should be good.
Stuart Howell takes snap. Looks to his left, feels some pressure. He's going to scramble.
Ooh.
He's going to take a hard hit.
Yeah.
And he might get back to the line of scrimmage. Might be a loss of 1.
The O-line is not looking very good tonight.
No, it is not.
I don't know what's up, if it's first home game jitters or whatever. It might be some miscommunication from the O-line itself, but it just doesn't seem like it was. I mean, it was good last week, but.
And a 3rd and 7 coming up for the Warriors, as I think they need a conversion right here. I wouldn't be surprised if you see that quick post route. And he's going to throw it deep.
Ooh, intercepted.
It's just too short.
Drew Claiborne was open down here. If only Stewart can make that throw.
And that's what Drew's telling Stewart right now.
Yeah. That would have been a touchdown if Stewart would have saw Drew. So, but another turnover in the first half. This will be 4th turnover in the past 2 games.
And puts that defense that just got burned for a touchdown right back on the field.
You got to give him rest. And number 4, Alex Pleasy, is in the game at safety.
Yeah, Alex is fast and he's very strong. He doesn't look like super big and strong, but kid can hit. So he does bring good things to the defense.
And there's that pitch again to Josh Edwards.
Mm.
And he's going to get himself a first down, just arm tackles after arm tackle after arm tackle.
Carries like 3 CAK defenders for 12 yards.
I think the Warriors were trying to go for a strip and try and get the ball back. So about 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the first quarter. 7-0 is your score. Greenback Cherokees are in the lead.
And they have their ball at their own 43-yard line in the I formation. Takes a snap, fakes it to the halfback. And Bryce Hanley, he is slick. I mean, it just looks like he's going to get tackled after a 3-yard gain. Look up, it's an 8-yard gain after he dives.
Bo Jackson-esque.
Very right, Andrew.
Another great runner from another team. Last week we saw Cindy Gibbs, like a number 10 for Christ School. Crazy good. And now you get number 6, Brant.
Number 3, Bryce Hanley.
Yeah. Another good, elusive runner.
And they're both completely different.
Yeah.
One's a ground and pound,
This
and
is
one's
an odd
elusive.
formation.
Ooh. Fumble. And I think it'll be CAK's ball.
CAK's ball.
Great play by the Warriors. a trick play.
And Caleb Curcio, the freshman, gets the fumble.
He's an impact player.
But you saw there, when they try to go for a trickeration play type, it's not going to work out. So hopefully they just mess up a few more times. So it'll be the first turnover for the Warriors this season.
Yep, that's our first takeaway.
You got to think now, Stuart. Now you've got the ball in your best field position.
Yes, this
Show me
feels
what you
like
got.
it feels like this needs to be a momentum swing right here.
Yeah.
You got the field position. You're at your
Give
own
me a first
46.
down at least.
Yeah, come on.
Luke Simpson again.
And they're going to give him an 8-yard gain. At least we get into Cherokee territory as we're winding down the end of the first quarter. Warriors have the ball at the 46-yard line, Cherokee territory. It looks like they're going to try and snap it one more time in the shotgun, maybe.
3.
They will get it off.
Ooh.
And will they get the first down? I think they're going to rule them just a yard short, maybe half yard.
Ooh. So it'll be 3rd and
Yeah,
about
they're
1.
moving it back. So 3rd and 1. This is when you go to Daniel Plesey, just up the middle and trust your offensive line.
Daniel Plesey or Alex Dalton, one of the two. A bigger runner. So going into the second half, Andrew, defense a little, what's the word? Hesitant to tackle, I think. So, like, what do you see that needs to be improved for the Warrior defense?
Like you said, they're just backing off the tackles. I know I've never played football before, but you need to go head to head with the ball carriers, and don't go for arm tackles. Just make a solid, clean tackle in open space. Because you saw on that one run, he just busted off a good run, Josh Edwards, and because of missed tackles in open space.
So second half coming its way. Aaron, offensive-wise, what needs to change?
Ground and pound. Run between the tackles. Get some physical players in there. It looks like they're going to have 32 Pate Eldridge in there. And I think you might see a couple pitches to him in this game. See what works better, running between the tackles or pitching it off to the outside with the fast player.
Yeah, shake it up a little bit. See what works.
But I think in this situation, it's got to be Alex Dalton. They're stacking the box, but I mean,
That's what it was. Oh, and he stopped short.
Guess the right play. Knew it was coming.
So I think they will be going for it on 4th down. 4th and 2.
Number 61, Jackson Day, comes off the field. Freshman.
Pate Eldridge going out to wide receiver and Alex Dalton alone in the backfield.
Stewart hands it off.
Big close one.
And this guy looks like he has that he got it. This ref down here on the right
And
side.
I think they're showing that he's got it.
Very generous spot. Not going to lie, it's a very generous spot. But they're going to bring out the chain game.
Uh-oh. Here
And
we go.
I think Alex stretched just in time. I feel like he got the stretch.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're giving him the first down. But now they're going to get the crew out there.
So, first down for the Warriors.
Yeah, look for them to go through the air because sticking with the ground game recently. I bet.
And that was a Winowitz Financial first down. I want to put that out there. Stewart's going to take the snap and hands it off to number 32, Pate Eldridge, as he's going to be met with a host of Cherokee after a gain of 2. 2nd and 8 coming up for the Warriors as they have the ball at the 42-yard line in Cherokee territory. Stuart Howell lining up in the shotgun. Alex Dalton lined up to his right. Stewart's getting a call from the sideline.
Two safeties back deep.
And Stewart. Shot clock running down.
Yeah.
I keep saying shot clock. Takes snap, looks to his left.
Luke Slaughter.
Through the hands of
Little
Luke
high.
Slaughter, number
Little high.
27.
That's the first time we've seen Luke Slaughter on the offense this season. He brings quickness to the field for the Warriors, so hopefully he'll become a key player as the season goes on.
And that pass was a little dangerous. It looked like he looked right at him. Didn't really go through his progressions. But 3rd and 8 coming up for the Warriors. And this is big. Stewart takes snap, looks to his right, throws it.
Oh!
And a dropped ball.
By Luke Simpson, of all people. That was
The Achilles heel of the CAK wide receiver core. Drops, and more drops.
Well, that'll mean punt team coming on. Baker Benfield back on for the 3rd time in this game. He's got to be careful with this punt. Ooh, high punt. That would be a good one.
That's exactly what you want.
Ooh, great punt.
That had a lot of backs.
Yeah. But it'll be marked around the 15-yard line.
And how many times do we see a drop coming from Luke Simpson?
You don't see it often.
Across the middle.
Especially after last week, he almost caught every ball that he was thrown. So
Let's hope it's not an infectious disease.
Yeah.
Which from Will Starkey to
Luke.
Luke Simpson.
yeah.
Now, on the plus side, we were moving the ball that drive.
Yes.
So we can't take that away. And we have given the defense some breathing space to work
Yeah.
with.
And you can see front 7, they know what's coming.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh. Deep pass. Oh, no. Wow. Great pass by number 3, Bryce Hanley, but Christian Porter getting burned right there.
Is there a flag? No flag?
No flag on the play.
Flag.
Wow.
That's like an
That's bad.
Alabama style. Just keep running the football, and you just throw it deep every now and then.
Should we forget running the football? They started with a pass.
Yeah. I think they all thought it was going to be a run because it was a
85-yard
oh my
pass.
gosh, from the 15 to the end zone. Great play by the Cherokees, but you know, CAK.
Doug Porter lackadaisical
Yeah.
coverage.
That one-on-one coverage. And when you don't turn your head,
And you just see
you
the ball.
can't see the ball.
Come over.
Not much you can do.
And it'll be good. Score now 14-0. Greenback Cherokees with 9 minutes and 53 seconds left in the first half. Oh.
This is not good.
Warrior defense struggling again. Honestly, they're going to switch it up every drive they get. They're going to throw it a lot in one drive, run it a lot on another drive, and then they're going to run and throw it. But, you know.
Well, I'll say this. Kudos to their offensive coordinator. They have kept us on our toes.
Yeah.
They knew that they were expecting a run out of their own 15. But when you have a quarterback as diverse as Bryce Hanley, and as he started against Loudon, as we saw in those highlights, he is deadly. He can throw the ball deep. He's a gunslinger. He's short. He's elusive.
Yeah,
and he
that
runs.
defense was just as confused as I was. I said, here
Yeah.
comes the run, and then, 85 yards later, look who's wrong.
And it's just that it's tough to play man-to-man coverage when you're playing a team as fast as they are.
Yeah. I mean, you have to have fast players to combat their fast players. So someone has to win and someone has to lose in that situation.
And guess who caught that touchdown pass?
Well, I guess Cole Riddle.
Seth Riddle.
Seth Riddle.
Seth Riddle, their number 1 receiver, caught that pass. So, I mean, They're giving it to their players.
They're key players.
We
should
talked
stop
about them.
Yeah.
And haven't seen much pressure from that side.
Ooh, squib kick, as you said.
There it
earlier
is.
in
Oh, boy.
You can't.
Oh, my gosh.
Please.
Are you kidding me? It'll be Greenback ball. Brandon Jarvis not thinking smart right there. Tried to come up on the ball thinking it wasn't going to
That
bounce
did
that high.
not just happen.
Well, it just did, Aaron.
That's one of those weird rules in football. It's just either
Oh, that sucks.
get on the ball or
I'm sorry. Did they just do a kick 30 yards
Holy
down the
cow.
40 yards down the
It's a
field? and
40
then
yard
they got
offside.
that?
Offside.
Look at that field position. Oh, my. They're about the 18-yard line.
They were fast. And
Yeah, they
and,
were.
That was a nice kick high in the air, but
No, what killed that for Brandon
thought it was going
that,
out of bounds.
Yeah, or he thought it wasn't going to bounce as high. That bounce was super high, so he had to jump for it. As the Greenback guy was running, he had more momentum to run and jump to get that ball.
yeah.
Wow.
if you can see a guy within 10 yards, put a hand on the ball. And there you go, Warrior defense right back at it again.
And interesting call. There's a timeout there for from the Cherokees.
Right.
So I think that was an interesting timeout when you have all the momentum right there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you just like come off the field from scoring a touchdown and throw them right back on the field.
Well, I also think they have to figure out a way to trick the defense more than they did on
Yeah.
the last play. Because that last play was such a trickeration type play where the whole defense thought they were going to run it. Then they throw it for 85 yards and touchdown. Now what are the Cherokees going to pull out of their bag of tricks now? What?
I don't think they have any more tricks that they want to pull out. I think they know the formula to win this game.
Their trick is that number 3, Bryce Hanley. So
We'll touch the ball every
Yeah.
play.
He's their Swiss Army knife.
yeah,
And Josh Edwards.
Yeah.
I mean, that running back, that junior running back, number 24, and there he is right there. And they've had that fullback, number 6. Sorry. They've had number 6, Breeden Gilbert, as that fullback. And I think he is the Swiss Army
Yeah,
knife.
make
Look at
it
his blocks.
clutch.
wow, great block, and that'll be another touchdown
Give him
for the
6.
Cherokees. Wow. Great flag on the play. Probably be holding.
Wow, you can
Wow,
see
and-
number 6 is shaking up.
He blocked hard. He hit, I think, Jack Flynn very hard.
He hit him awkwardly on the
Yeah,
shoulder.
I think it might be a stinger, but it
You
would
can
be
see he's in a lot of pain.
and it would be good for the Warriors for him to be out of this game for the rest of it. So
But that's not a good sign at all
Mhm.
for the Warriors. You can't just. That's twice now in this game. Touchdowns have been called back.
Coach went on the sideline very angry at his defense, as any coach would be, but
And he's a defensive-oriented coach, so
Yeah.
he's got to be bad.
With the way this season's gone so far,
it's defensive problems, I think. But so it was holding on Greenback.
Here's the snap, and he
Oh,
looks
my.
to his left.
Oh,
he had him on a quick slant.
yeah.
And Ford Collier could have probably caught
Picked
that
that off.
interception. I don't think he thought he was going to get past
Mm-mm.
that receiver, giving him a little cushion on that slant route. But now the Warriors have caught a break. 2nd and 16 or 2nd and 15 coming up for the Cherokee.
Well, let's face it. You're not getting any pressure past Bobby Edwards.
Mm-mm.
You're just not. So,
Or number 52, another tall, big guy on the other side of the O-line.
so if you can send guys over the middle past their center,
Get some
most likely
pressure.
get some pressure on the quarterback.
And I think Bryce Hanley's just too quick.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Uh-oh.
Look at him go.
Oh, good. Oh, my
kidding me?
gosh. And that will be on number great coverage by Ford Collier, but could be pass interference, which would more likely give this Cherokee team a first down or close to a first down.
And I thought that call was...
The call was a little
Because it looks like
sketchy.
Ford waited until the
Yeah.
ball came.
for
It was one of those 50-50 calls. They
It-
go either way.
it might have been the I think I saw Ford tug on number 4 for Greenback. Seth Riddle's jersey. So be close to a first down. It'll be about 2nd and 1 or 2. Getting closer and closer to that end zone for the 3rd time this game.
Yep. Jumbo set. 1 wide receiver. This is the exact same formation they had on that touchdown.
Watch for the pass. Ooh.
Cut the corner, cut the
There you go.
corner. Nice stop right there. Looks like
Uh-oh.
we may have.
Baker Benfield. Slowly get up.
2 of them. I think I saw Jack Flynn get up slow too, but
I think Baker's just walking it off. I think he's all right. He's just stretching. He
He
might
got-
be a little cramped.
he went into that tackle a little weird. He went like legs first almost. So it'll be a loss of about 3 on the play. 3rd down and 4.
If the Warriors can force a field goal opportunity here, that'd be great. With under 9 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. The I formation. There's that only one receiver out there. Got to watch up the middle tight ends.
Seth Riddle.
They're going to
Up the
run
middle.
it.
Oh my gosh. Untouched.
Open space.
Josh Edwards, number 24. Another touchdown for the Cherokees. It'll now be 20-0 Cherokees with a field goal on the way. Wow. Just wow. Defense.
And it goes back to Brandon Jarvis not putting 2 hands on a football
Yeah.
on a kickoff return.
It's going to be a long game, guys, if this is how they're going to play the rest.
That was me breathing in the mic. If
So, field goal on the way by number 7, Creed Ramsey. And it's good. Now your score is 21-0. Cherokees with about 8 minutes and 37 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. The Warriors will receive.
And while we have the opportunity, let's go ahead and thank our sponsors. Well, Winwitz Financial
Yes.
for the first down sponsor, which we've seen very few of today.
Backyard Burger.
1. Grand total of 1 first
Yeah.
down.
Thank you, Andrew. Yes, and then there's Backyard Burger. Caliber Consulting is the
Yes.
halftime sponsor, so you'll hear from them. Goodman Center is our touchdown sponsor, so
If we ever get
Goodman
one.
Center, we will definitely talk about you.
When we play our homecoming game, hopefully. Or maybe this game, but we'll see.
For now, 21-0 at home to Greenback. Not looking.
And Greenback gets the ball to start the 2nd half. This is not good at all.
Oh my gosh, they do. See, that always comes back to
Yeah.
receiving or kicking at the beginning.
And you can't make anything of that first or second drive.
Watch the squib.
Yeah.
Oh, they
Deep.
didn't
It'll
do the
be-
squib.
Luke Slaughter. Ooh, fast. Okay.
That bad return gets to about the 29-yard line.
Be 15 or 20 yards.
You know who I'm looking for to get the ball this possession?
Daniel Placey.
Him, and guess who else?
Alex Dalton.
Drew Claiborne.
Ah, yeah.
Drew Claiborne. Still haven't seen much of him. We saw him in the first play of the game. We took that halfback dive for 4 or 5 yards.
I haven't seen Will Sturkey at all.
Yeah,
whatsoever.
Yeah, him either.
I don't think
And he's good if he touches the ball.
Yeah.
but
he's just got to catch it. Hopefully the drop-itis is not going through all the receivers this game.
And Will is a big target. And here's the
just like you
sweep.
said,
Uh-oh.
Will Claiborne.
There you
And
go.
why not? I mean, he can bounce it out for a 4 or 5 yard gain, and that's what we need.
Yep.
So 2nd and 6 coming up for the Warriors. And I mean, hey, called it. Drew Claiborne. And
But he's coming off the field now. Garrett Bloom coming in. Now Consultant coming in.
and Garrett Bloom, this is the first we've seen of him in this game
In this
so far.
game, yes.
Watch Will Sturkey at the bottom of your screen. He's giving him tons of cushion.
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
Now some pretty nice blocking there
Yeah.
up front. Nice little 4 yard gain.
Garrett Bloom, another one of those running backs so small and elusive, not very easy to tackle. So
Very similar to Pate Eldridge.
yes.
So a 3rd and 3 coming up for this Warrior team as you need a first down.
We need a first down.
So, lined up in the pistol formation. Stuart Howell takes a snap.
Oh, bad blocking by the O-line.
I just don't understand that. Like, I'm not a football coach, but 3rd and 6, whatever that was, 3rd and 5.
Yeah, something
You
like
don't
that.
run the ball on 3rd and 5. That's
Well,
just
or at least tell your O-line to block as well as they can, because if they don't, you're not going to get that first down like you want. So Baker Benfield on to punt again for I believe, the 4th time this game. No pressure from, great punt.
Well, he's the MVP of this game.
It's going to go into the end zone. Oh, Fort Collier almost made it there. But great punt by Baker. I mean, so far he is going to be the MVP of this game, Aaron.
Well,
Only
besides the 85-yard touchdown he allowed.
Yeah.
only because he's getting so many chances, though. He's been on.
But that touchdown,
5
Baker
times.
wasn't that person on it. It was Christian Porter. What's the cornerback? That was.
Oh, it was.
Yes, so can't blame Baker for that.
True. I kept thinking it was Baker. I think he was on the
Yeah.
other side of the screen, and so,
He came, yeah.
yeah. But he has had a pretty good game.
Very-
And I say he's made some good open field tackles.
He's some good tackles in general.
But Greenback,
They're always good.
10 and 2 last year.
Yeah, so
Greenback with 6:40 left in this second quarter.
uh-oh. Another run. Oh, my gosh. Wow.
He's
He's
still on his feet.
Oh, my goodness. I was a gain about 30 yards.
And that's a Win-West Financial first down for the Cherokee.
How many of those have we had tonight?
Might as well say it for the other team.
Yeah, might as well. So, but looking on the sideline, Baker Benfield is getting checked out by the trainer, so
That's not a good sign.
no, not a good sign. Especially after last year getting hurt in the, I believe, first game, breaking his collarbone, not being able to play for basically the whole season. And this is senior season, so it'd be awful for him not to get to play a game or so.
And I think he's kind of loosening up. I think he's getting ready to come back in, which
Yeah.
they need him out there
Yeah.
right now. But what's the I formation?
Uh-oh.
Is that? I thought I saw a fumble.
I think it was... I
Someone
think
falling
it
down
was
the
the
screen.
same play that when they fumbled. It was the same play when they fumbled.
I thought the fullback had it, and he fell over.
Yeah, yeah.
And so but the quarterback kept it last second because he was about to give it to him.
I think that's their trick. I think they're gonna
A lot of read option. plays.
try and fake a fumble. That number 6 when he fell, I think they were trying to draw the fumble by the Warriors, but didn't
2nd and
happen.
7 coming up for the Cherokee. You might be right. And Baker Benfield is back in the game here at the
Good.
bottom of your screen. And they're lined up in the shotgun. And Bryce Hanley
Uh-oh. Pass.
takes it.
Oh my, wide open number 6 will not get tackled
Might have been a
around
face mask.
around the 7-yard line, and a flag on the play. As Andrew said, maybe a face mask, but I think I saw a ref saying it's going to go back, but
I think he's
Yeah, number 4 is walking around with his hands up in the air like, what did I
Yeah.
do? It wasn't me.
holding on the offense. So we'll be taking back, but from the spot of the foul. So
and that was against number 4 Seth Riddle,
wow,
who had the deep 85-yard touchdown for the Cherokee. Might as well give him another Win-Wins Financial first down.
well, they still gain a bunch on that play.
This is the same recipe as the Christ School of Asheville game.
Yeah.
Run the ball and then get burned by deep passes.
Ground and pound.
And they're doing very well at it. So
At the pounding, yes, they are.
if it ain't broke, don't
That
fix
same
it.
formation. 2 tight ends and a wide receiver and a fullback.
I form. That one receiver.
Oh, no. Oh. You're going to have to tackle 24 by the legs, or you're not getting him
Josh
down.
Edwards. He's such a lanky running back, but he cuts up field at the perfect time.
Skinny and lanky makes a perfect running back.
All their impact players are their offensive line. Surprisingly, their offensive line is pretty big, and all their skill players are running backs. Their wide receivers are not big at all. They're relatively small.
And I want you to notice something on the tackles. This one here on the far side that's smaller, they run towards him, but when it's a pass play, they kind of go towards Bobby.
Yeah.
So I think they know their strengths on the O-line pretty well.
So that'd be Darrell L. Bailey on the other side, as Aaron talking about.
Number 17 on the carry.
Nice cut back, and I think he's going to get close to the first down.
Or maybe even a first down. But I like how their O-line is set up, where you get 2 tall and bigger tackles, and you get some smaller and bigger guards and a center. So it kind of makes for the perfect O-line.
And Eli Shanique, number 70, comes in for number 57, Christian Copeland.
Seeing a lot of Eli on defense, which is very different from last year.
See a lot of hands on the hips from the CAK defense, and we're only in the second quarter, so not a good sign.
Very tired after a ground and pound type offense from the Greenback Cherokees. Going to be a timeout by Greenback.
And I don't know what Coach Mo's got to say to his team, but with 3:37 left in this first half, it's going to be rough for the Warriors to get a stop right here.
Very hard. So just go into this timeout. We got to thank, we forgot a few sponsors. So we have to thank Sequoia Dental Arts, Morristown Chevrolet, Fitness Essential, and also thank you to our halftime sponsor, CAKvGreenback Consulting. So thank you, sponsors, for sponsoring us. But wow, that defense, our defense, is just not showing up.
And coming into this year, we really had some high hopes. I mean, we had a lot of returning players for the defense. But, you know, I mean, sometimes high hopes can hurt it. So.
So, after the timeout, it'll be Cherokee's ball still, and we'll be on the, it'll be first and goal on the about 13-yard line. Another I formation. I expect a pitch or so, something like that. Let's gain about 1 or 2.
Run up the middle.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, because if you try and fix it or do something weird, you're going to mess up.
They've done a good job of mixing up and keeping our defense on our toes.
Yeah. Especially on that one drive, you know, just a big pass just messed us all up, I think.
Yeah, you think you know what's coming, but you actually don't.
So I see on the sideline Patrick Dalton, a former CAK offensive lineman, talking to 2 of the younger offensive linemen, trying to give them a little pep talk.
And Bryce Hanley.
Oh my gosh, it is caught by number
What a great catch.
23, Holden Willis. I thought it was picked off too, but.
And Baker Benfield, he read the play.
Read it great too.
Three guys in the same part of the end zone.
Yeah.
But it's like he saw it, and he came back and about made a great play.
Yeah.
They jumped at the same time. It was just a 50-50 chance. He just couldn't get it.
Yeah,
wow.
Part of the game of football. Give your receivers those 50-50 chances and see if they can make a play.
And I feel like that's been this game so far. We haven't gotten the 50-50 chances.
So, after that touchdown, it'll be 27. After this kick, 28-0. And we'll have about 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first half. So, kick returning team about to come back onto the field. Really need a big return here by either Pate Eldridge or Luke Slaughter. If we don't...
If I'm Coach Mo, I'm skipping forward to the second half, fast forward in the second half. The second half kickoff, why not go for a little onside?
Or like squib like they did.
Yeah, just like fake like you're going to kick it deep and then onside. But because you need the ball. You need either a turnover or an onside if you're going to come back from this game. Because this offense is running over you.
If you tell me, though, you got 2:51 left in this first half, you better put some points on the board.
At least a field goal.
Some sort of momentum, something going forward.
That was their problem last year. Last game. They didn't get started.
Very good.
Their offense got started late.
So kick on its way by number 7. Ooh. Luke Slaughter receiving it. Ooh. Hit by his own guy. And not a good return. It'll be about a...
You know what I want to see? I want to see some down-the-field throws. I feel like we're being too passive, and I know that we did throw it down the field one time, but I feel like if we can throw a little deeper down the field, maybe get some one-on-one coverage going between Luke Simpson, Will Sturkey, and other key players like Max Smith and stuff, I feel like we can win some of those one-on-one opportunities.
Nice
There
pass.
is a quick pass. Number 25, Luke Simpson, gain of about 8 on the play. Moves the ball to the 35-yard line.
That's what you want to see out of Stewart. Those quick throws where he makes the good reads.
Yeah.
You got to keep moving with under 2:30 left in this first half. Stewart Howell takes a snap, throws it to his right. Max Smith is going to get a first down and move the ball to the 41-yard line.
And that's a Woodowitz financial first down. Wow.
Second of the game.
And that would be the first catch by Max Smith this game. Haven't seen a lot of him, but...
Nice move.
Yeah.
Get that first down. Look at the sophomore go at the 42-yard line. Moving that ball. Stewart Howell in the shotgun. He's going to make an audible at the line of scrimmage. And they're moving pretty quickly with about 2 minutes left in this first half. Going to take the low snap, looks to his left,
pressure.
scrambles, gets to the outside, and gets out of bounds at about the 49-yard line after
Smart
a gain
play.
of,
Smart
yes.
play.
And it looks like he's got a gain of 7 on the play. 2nd and 3 coming up for the Warrior offense. And I like this quick momentum,
Yeah.
quick tempo.
Keeps the defense like on their toes, and they don't know what's coming. But also the downside is, as head coach, you're just quickly relaying plays, and if you don't get it across quick,
True.
it's
And here's the snap. Looks to his
Another
left.
throw. Oh, my. Intercepted
right to him, Bryce Hanley.
by number 3. Wow.
They didn't have a chance at the receiver.
Looks like August Jordan and number 59 are getting in a little tussle. So, another turnover by the Warriors. Second one in the game. It'll be the 5th one on the year so far. So,
This defense.
better
I'm
shut
gonna
up.
fast forward later in the season. I just have this one thought in my mind. November and Elijah Howard.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be
Elijah
tough.
Howard. This defense, if they don't get
Don't remind me.
any help whatsoever.
I relived it last year against a very good defense for the Warriors. I don't want to relive it this
National
year.
champion in the 100-meter dash and 200-meter dash, running all over you.
Oh, my. Another run up the middle. And
Bryce Hanley, look at him
looks
go.
like he'll be gone. Oh, great run by Bryce Hanley. Aaron is having a little
Hold on. Our front 7 are getting plugged
Of course they are.
below 5 yards.
That's
It
exactly
feels
what I
like
said.
if he gets past Bobby Woods, he's gone.
He's gone. Oh, wait. What's going on? Oh, it's a free play by the Warriors. Oh, my gosh. Touchdown.
Give him six
No, no, no,
more
no.
points.
There was a whistle.
No. What happened was it was I think a neutral zone infraction, which makes it a free play.
Or was it a false start?
No. I think it was a.
No, it was a whistle from the crowd. Is what I'm hearing, because that's why it was a whistle on that sideline.
Oh my! They can't do anything about
Coach
that.
Mo is livid.
Yeah, I would too. You got to make that a thing. Walking in, you can't let anyone have a whistle.
Oh my! That's what I'm taking it as, because I don't think a ref blew that.
I thought it was a neutral zone infraction.
Well, everyone was just standing around, so
Yeah,
I mean.
or like an offsides, which will make it a free play for the offense. But wow, another touchdown by the Cherokees, 34-0, with about 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the first half. Not going great for the Warriors. Oh my! Well,
It was either that or it was a late. You know how you start the play with a whistle?
Oh,
It was
yeah,
that
yeah.
or a late one of those. And so they thought, because they were doing a hurry up, they must
Oh,
have
yeah.
thought that was calling it dead.
well, or they just snapped it too early and then the guy blew the whistle. But I think it was a like offside, you know. But as I hear, the CAK fans are not happy whatsoever.
Why should they be?
I mean,
We're down 35-0 with 1:27 left in this first half.
again, Warriors need to score here somehow with 1 minute and 30 seconds. A good return would really help this team.
And Luke Slaughter and Pate Eldridge once again, number 27 and 32, back to return it. And Greenback is, I cannot find a word in the thesaurus right now.
I just had deja vu, like, and I see Greenback player as it bounces high in the air, running across the screen. No.
Thesaurus, God, I could not see that.
Well, CK offense coming back on the field for, I think, 5th or 6th time.
How many times have we said this? Oh, Stuart Howell's going to get back in his groove this drive.
Yeah.
He's got a good field position this drive. I mean,
We can't say that every drive.
Well, Stuart Howell lined up in the pistol formation. Is that Garrett Bloom?
Yes.
Bloom, it is, lined up behind him.
There you go, run it. I don't think Garrett should be doing those plays up the middle. I think it should be Alexander Daniel Plessis, two biggest running backs we've got. But
I think Pate Eldridge and Garrett Bloom need to be having some outside runs or screens.
some pitches or something. But I think they're trying to save Daniel for the defense because we need him on defense. But
I think that too.
I haven't seen him much at all make some impactful plays on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, I think he's doing a good job. He just has the dirty work down
Yeah,
inside in the
exactly.
trenches. But here we have under a minute left to go, and I don't know if the Warriors are chewing the clock or not. But yeah,
I mean, there's not much they can do. I mean, maybe try a Hail Mary at the end, do something, but it's going to be a long halftime for this defense in that locker room.
And Coach Mo is going to lit into him for all the mental mistakes they've made during this entire game.
I said it last year, and I'm going to say it this year. The halftime speech that Butch Jones can pull into those Vols, Coach Mo has that same mentality.
It certainly worked for the Tennessee Vols, that's for sure.
Ooh, great play. But need to hurry up, and it's going to be the end of the first half, it seems. 2, 1. Oh, clock stops at 1.1. So they'll have 1.1 second. Wait. Yeah, it'll be about 1.1 second to get a playoff, I think. Oh,
There we go.
never mind. So going into half, defense for the Warriors, not very good. Offense, calm down. But, I mean, they're trying their best against this defense.
Yeah, we'll go in more depth in what we're going to talk about at halftime here in a second, as we have a little halftime show coming up. But, yeah, just struggling moving the ball, struggling on the defensive side. I mean, not many pros.
Mental mistakes.
Mental mistakes, and you're right. And this is our first home game of the season.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're going to go to a commercial break here in a sec, and then we're going to come back and do a halftime show.
Yep.
Real burgers don't have silly nicknames. They don't sit under heat lamps. And they don't cost 99 cents. Made with premium Black Angus beef, topped with the freshest ingredients and always grilled to perfection. That's a real burger. And there's only one place to find it: Backyard Burgers.
Hi, I'm Barbara Corcoran. Are you thinking of selling your home but you're not sure which agent to hire? You have a lot of choices, but really the choice is simple. Because there's only one agent I would trust to sell my home. Go to smartmoveknoxville.com and check out Holly McRae's guarantee to sell your home, or she will buy it. See why Holly outsells every agent in Knoxville year after year. Go to smartmoveknoxville.com and get your home sold. Hi, I'm Barbara Corcoran. Are you thinking of selling your home but you're not sure which agent to hire? You have a lot of choices, but really, the choice is simple. Because there's only one agent I would trust to sell my home. Go to smartmoveknoxville.com and check out Holly McRae's guarantee to sell your home or she will buy it. See why Holly outsells every agent in Knoxville year after year. Go to smartmoveknoxville.com and get your home sold.
Real burgers don't have silly nicknames. They don't sit under heat lamps. And they don't cost 99 cents. Made with premium Black Angus beef, topped with the freshest ingredients and always grilled to perfection. That's a real burger. And there's only one place to find it: Backyard Burgers.
Well, hello and welcome back to the Warrior Network. Ryan Cagle, Aaron Frazier, Andrew Cross, back here during halftime. About to go into the second half. Aaron, what do we need to improve on as the game goes on?
Well, down 35-0. What do we need to improve on? My answer is simply this. Move the ball forward, down the field, attempt to get first downs, and attempt to score.
And if you see the guys in the white jerseys, don't throw the ball to them.
But, I mean, we honestly, in all seriousness, I think we need to get back to the ground game. Because I feel like running between the tackles with Daniel Cleasy and Alex Dalton would work. But it's like, I don't know what it is, but every time we try to throw it down the field, get some sort of momentum when we're in their territory, it just gets shut off.
I don't know if it's, I guess it's their defense. I mean, their defense is playing pretty good, but I mean, it's also our offense. Our offensive line is not doing very well.
I mean, you can't say now that it's first game jitters from Stuart Howell because he's had several drives to get into that rhythm and like get to that point where you're like, okay, I can do this. So I think this offense isn't. They're not on the same page. They're not executing together as a team. But the calls are good. They're good calls that Coach Mo is making, but more running between the tackles.
Yeah, and I will say the reason I think, I mean, they're playing all right on defense, the Cherokee are, but the reason that I think it's more the offensive side of the ball is if you just take a look at their roster, you don't see a corner above 5'9". And when you don't see a corner above 5'9", that tells me that when we have a 6'3" receiver, we should have the opportunity to get those high grabs. And I feel like we're not putting ourselves in the position to where we can make those high catches and have those one-on-one 50-50 opportunities.
Well, yeah, when we threw those two deep passes we have thrown.
Underthrown. They're
underthrown in picks.
So switching off of offense, going to defense, there was a lot to talk about on this defense. Got to tackle. You got to get down number 24, Josh Edwards, and you've got to get down Bryce Hanley. Those are your two key players on the offense for Greenback Cherokees. What else, Aaron? And who else needs to step up to the plate?
I'll tell you something valuable. Last year, the Patriots were the number one ranked tackling team. And last year, the Cleveland Browns were the worst tackling team. If that's any indication of what we're seeing out here today, that arm tackles, and I've seen it time and time again, arm tackles will not get a player down.
Nope.
And these guys are insanely fast and they're short, so arm tackles aren't going to work. And when you're just kind of you're not giving your all out there, I mean, you got to, I feel like every time they're in the open field, we're not winning those opportunities trying to get those open field tackles. We're not taking advantage. It feels like they're falling forward for 3-4 yards a gain, and we can't have that happen.
And you also can't just rely on Baker Benfield. He's made a lot of key tackles this game, but he can't make all of them. And Grant Richardson I haven't really seen him do as much as he did
No
last
Daniel
week.
Plessy whatsoever on the defensive side.
I've only seen him make a tackle once or twice. So I feel like our defense needs to just tackle. As much as they can, whoever they can.
I feel like we're subbing in Christian Copeland, number 57, and number 70, Eli Shanique. I like to put them there at the same time and put Daniel Plessy in a linebacker position because I feel like when we did see him make those tackles for loss, he was at linebacker.
Well,
and he's good at finding those gaps,
Yeah.
he and Grant Richardson.
He's playing a lot of defensive end now. What their thing is they're going to call whichever way the strong side is. So if they're strong right, then Daniel's probably going to go to the right side. They're going to go to the strong side. So maybe try him on the weak side and let him run because he's not slow. He's pretty fast. So for his size, he's pretty fast for a defensive end.
He's doing the dirty work down there.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't think we're seeing a lot of him because he's trying to fight off these double team guys and trying to get the other guys the opportunity.
The monsters of their defensive line.
So about CAK Warriors coming out of the locker room after half, probably getting a huge speech from Coach Mo and any of their position coaches. But we are expecting, we are going to see the Warriors kick off to the Greenback Cherokees. And this defense better show up. If they don't, It's gonna be another score for the Cherokees.
I'm expecting a better second half. I think it could only be better.
Yeah, if you've ever talked to Coach Mo or know anything about Coach Mazinga, he hates, and I mean hates, mental mistakes. Like, and that's something this CAK team has made mental mistakes this whole game. Like the kickoff return by Brendan Jarvis.
That was bad.
Yeah, just
a 40-yard onside.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
So, CAK kicking off. Do we think we're going to see a full-on kick to, like, the end of the end zone, or are we going to see a squib or an onside? What are we going to see?
eventually onside. Eventually there's going to be an onside. We don't know for certain right now, but eventually one of these kickoffs, or you're going to have to
Something.
onside.
I hope this isn't the only kickoff we have.
Well, hopefully.
If this is the only kickoff we have, we're done.
That's sad.
But, I mean, what's y'all's opinions? Do you think Stewart keep him at the quarterback? It looks like he's going to stay at the quarterback position.
Well, I don't think we have much option on to keep him or not to keep him, because honestly, if you think about it, Drew Claiborne is probably going to stay at his position right now, which is a wide receiver. I don't think they're going to take Stewart out until he actually has to get out because he's not doing anything good. But the only downside to that is that their backup is Ryan Deggs, a freshman who is probably smaller than Aaron.
He's not tall at all.
Yeah. But, so I think Stewart's going to have to stay in. He's got to have to play good.
And, I mean, I'm going to say the same, but I do think if it's not going phenomenally into the fourth quarter, I think you might want to switch Stewart and Drew, because I honestly think
give him a chance.
As skilled a player and dynamic as Stewart is, I think his talents could be used quite well as a receiver.
Yeah.
And that's what his natural position is. So.
And Drew Claiborne, he's a good quarterback. If you've ever seen him play quarterback, you can tell that he's a gifted athlete at that position. He's transitioned well to switch to receiver this year.
Yeah, and he did a little bit of both last year. So, I mean, it's got to be a tough situation if you're Coach Mo, but I think it'll all play out just fine, and hopefully the second half will get a little better. I'm not expecting a comeback win per se,
Like
but
last year against Scott County.
yeah, 35 points down and to come back and win that. But I am expecting improvement.
At least a score of at least 3. It's all we can hope for, but what would be great is a touchdown. But so that'll be the end of halftime. Now Warriors going to kick to Greenback Cherokees. So I think they're going to do a squib kick and try to do what Greenback. Oh, Jack Flynn is limping. Or he might be cramping, I think. So, and also we saw Baker Benfield, seemed he felt tight in his legs or something, but maybe keep an eye out on Baker the rest of this game.
Indeed. Baker's going to have to make some big plays.
But they can't just rely on Baker because he can't do everything for.
That is true.
Warriors.
And expect to see some more out of number 15, Max Smith for CAK, who this is his first year in the starting lineup, and him being a receiver alongside Luke Simpson and Will Sturkey might get some more touches.
So
and Will Sturkey get more touches.
yeah, hopefully. So it'll be number 3, Xander Tonkin to kick for the Warriors. And it'll be number 24, I believe, Josh Edwards. And Seth Ridley to return, but that goes out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And a nice kick.
It was a good kick.
That was pounded through the end zone. It's
Yeah.
near the concessions, if the concessions were a little bit more left.
They used to be there.
So, all right, field position. coming up for the Greenbacks at their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
So it'll be, as you said, it'll be Daniel Plesey and Christian Copeland up the middle for the defensive line. And it'll be Jack Flynn and Evan Nunley for the defensive ends.
And a split gun.
More pressure.
Oh, wow. Great play.
Oh, look at him go.
Oh, no. Great hit by Baker Benfield. Big hit, but a little high.
The Warriors brought the blitz. It
But-
did not work out because Bryce Hanley has probably a 4-0 40-yard dash.
Yeah.
But at least you let him know that we're not going to fall over with Baker Benfield once again making the open field tackle.
So, seems that Baker's come out in the second half wanting to hit people, but we'll see about the rest of this defense as the game goes on.
And here they are, 2 receivers, I formation, strong. And the
Up the
fullback dive. And there we go. Only gain of a yard on the play, takes it to the 46-yard line. And nice job of closing all the gaps.
Yeah.
Kudos to Christian Copeland and Daniel Plesey down there, number 57 and 36, clogging the holes on that run play. Second and 9 coming up for the Cherokee Greenbacks.
Another I formation, but 2 wide receivers out this time. Uh-oh. Big throw. Ooh.
He had Baker Benfield beat on that go route,
Yeah.
but just overthrew him.
23 was, if 23 was full speed, I think he would have caught that and maybe have been a touchdown.
And I think it was initially supposed to be just a little post route because you saw the receiver kind of bleeding back out to the right side once the ball was thrown.
Yeah.
But nice pressure. You saw some pressure there on the weak side blitz there by the Warriors. So now we're forcing a 3rd and long. Just under 9 minutes left in this third quarter.
And this is when Bryce Hanley's at his best. He's gonna scramble out or do something to make this a hard play for.
Get to him. Got to get to him.
Something weird's going to happen here.
Get to him and make a good tackle.
And the Warriors are stacking the
Whoa.
box.
Out.
Weird formation. Uh-oh. Oh. Had to throw it away. So that'd be a 4th down. I think that's one of the first or second 4th down for the Cherokees for this game.
Nice pressure.
Finally.
And a good way for the Warriors to come out of half.
This half's already been better.
Somehow.
It's already been better.
You can't allow those big runs like that first play. So,
And they dodged a break on that
yeah.
last play. So
Now, number 5, Drew Claiborne, back here to return it.
Ooh.
Don't fumble. A nice
Uh-oh.
return.
Uh-oh. Up the sideline.
Get out of bounds.
Ooh. Someone got hammered by Grant Richardson. Oh.
there's a flag.
It'll be a flag. It'll be probably unsportsmanlike conduct. Oh, blocking the back. That's what it was.
That's another mental mistake.
Can't have those penalties.
I don't think Coach Mo's going to really like that one.
You don't
Holding.
say.
Oh, holding. Oh,
Holding.
Blocking the
is
back.
there both?
Wait.
If you can see the number on the back of the guy's jersey, don't put a
touch
hand
it.
on it.
Yeah.
But the upside is you're still getting the ball and you're
Yeah.
not.
And that's going to back up
Oh
the
my
Warriors
gosh.
to about the 18-yard line. Remember, spot the foul holding.
A great return, only ruined by a stupid penalty.
And for some reason, the clock is rolling. Oh, is it mercy? Is
I
it the
think
mercy
so.
rule? So that's why the clock is continually running.
Wow. Will Starkey with the ball. Could be a good gain, about 5.
Well, nice gain of 7 on the play by Will Sturkey. Moving the ball.
I'm no coach, but eventually one of these days, you got to throw it up.
Like, same play, I believe. Ooh, Will Sturkey getting free. First down.
He's an electric player if he gets two hands on the ball. If he can make the catch.
Yeah.
And get an open space.
And I think that's why they're doing these little screen plays, just little dig
Will
passes.
As Will's got really long legs, which makes his strides much longer. We get more
you can see
ground per-
confusion on the Cherokee's defense because CAK's going hurry up.
The clock still running, even though Will Sturkey went out of bounds. Uh-oh.
Oh, I thought that was a face mask there for a second.
Yeah, it looked like it, but it wasn't.
So 2nd and 7 coming up. And the Winowitz Financial first down from Will Sturkey. Might as well throw that in there. That's third of the night.
Tad late, Aaron.
Hey, I got it out there. Stuart Howell takes a snap,
Alex
hands
Dalton.
it off, up the middle. Nice little 3-4 yard gain there by Alex Dalton. Sets up for a 3rd and manageable, about 3rd and 4. 3rd and 5 coming up. Yeah, 3rd and 4 coming up for this Warrior offense. In their first drive of the second half. Stuart Howell making a change at the line of scrimmage. Alex Dalton, number 9, lined up to his right. Takes a snap, looks to his left, guns it out.
Double slants.
And who was that? None other but number 15, Max Smith.
And that'll be a Winowitz Financial first down.
Thank you, Ryan.
You're very welcome.
Is that the first time we've had 2 on one drive?
Yeah.
I think so.
Hey, we've had the same amount of first downs in this than we've had
In this
the first
drive,
half.
yeah.
So, Stuart Howell takes snap, looks to his right.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Ooh. Clock's still running. About 4 minutes left in this third quarter.
And I don't know if that was by design because it looks like he pulled it
Yeah.
and ran with it really quickly. But it was nice play design. That's going to be close to a first down. Looks like he's just short, about 2nd and inches coming up, and they're in Cherokee territory.
It looked like it might have been another one of those short passes that they've been doing this drive, so.
Stuart Howell once again lines up in the shotgun, takes a snap, looks to his right.
Pressure again. Oh. He gets sacked. Wow.
Number 16 on the sack.
Tim Russell, the senior. So, we have a 3rd and 6 coming up for the Warriors. Takes a snap, feels pressure up the middle, scrambles to his left, throws it.
Intercepted by Seth Russell.
And
Wow.
I'm not going to put as much blame on Stuart Howell as much as the offensive line. There's just like a free runner.
That'll be the 3rd turnover of the game. Wow.
But I still don't think that was too much on. He was just trying to get rid of it,
Yeah.
find a way. But it felt like no one. I feel like they just kind of shifted, and they had a free blitzer up the middle, and no one picked it up. And so that forced Stewart into a difficult situation.
Maybe it was a late blitzer, you know.
Yeah. So 1st and 10 for the Cherokee.
Uh-oh.
Hand it off.
And holding, probably.
I
And
pray it's a holding. Please
It's-
be holding.
And I mean, well, I don't think they know it, but there's a flag on the play. Holding on the offense, bring it back, and they will lose about, I don't know, they'll lose 10 yards, but from where the foul was, it'll probably be about 1st and 20 or 30.
If I'm Coach Mo, I am at the 50-yard line right now. Chewing out these players. I don't know what it is. It's like we're getting dominated up front.
Very different from last year.
Caleb Unkefer.
Yeah.
That's the answer to that question.
That's true. You know, we also had Wes Schuler, who was another big
And
playmaker.
leading tackler.
Yeah.
But they do have a first and
Long.
22. Looks to be. Ish.
Something like that. First and 21.
Oh.
And there's only a few seconds left in the third quarter. Big stop by Daniel Plesey, as we said earlier. We haven't seen much of him, so.
And it looks like they're just going to run it to the end of the third quarter. And with 5 seconds left in this third quarter, the Warriors down 35-0. And the reason the clock did run the whole time is because Mercy Rule in high school once it's 35 points or more. So, just saying. Andrew, what are your thoughts so far in the second half?
Well, obviously, the interception was not Stuart Howard's fault. He, like you said, free blitzers and no one picked up. Just got in his face too quickly, and he had no choice. I like the way they were moving the ball, the quick tempo, because of the mercy rule and the clock just keep running. But by now, the defense, they're kind of sort of got some energy back in them.